You've got time for a couple back-to-school projects left with your kids, so here's an idea. Why not make them great dog treats so that your dog can celebrate the last couple days of summer? We're going to do so with Sean Sherry. He's the owner of Paw Street Barkery in Chicopee.
How you doing today?
I'm well. So we're going to make some awesome treats here. This is the end result.
Yes,
I want to know how we start.
So, same way that kids love giving their teachers two things, chocolate and apples, as they come into school for the day. We're going to do a twist on that for dogs. Of course, not chocolate. That isn't safe for dogs,
No,
but we'll show you carob in a few minutes, and that is a safe alternative for dogs. So, we're going to create what I'd call a caramel apple treat for dogs. We're going to start basically with a few ingredients. We have 2 cups of oats, what will be 2 apples, 1 cup of water, and 2 tablespoons of honey, which is creating that caramel feel for the dog.
Oh, without the caramel, because that's not great.
Without the caramel, that's a lot of sugar. You can eliminate that by just doing honey instead. So,
and I see we also have some water in here already going.
We do. I put a little bit of water in there.
Okay.
So what we are going to do, that'll actually go into the bowl.
So all the wet ingredients in one.
Correct. So you are going to cut up 2 apples, and you're going to place those with the 8 ounces of water. You can pour that water right into the blender. Again, with the apples, you want to make sure as you're cutting them, no seeds go in. Seeds are actually toxic for dogs, the same way they are for us. They do affect them more, though. So once you have put that in, you will want to blend that
until we get a good consistency, but maybe it's fun to have a little bit of inconsistency in it.
You can. So you're going to blend that until you get a little bit of a slushy. If you want, you can pour this directly into the bowl.
All right. And then we mix our dry ingredients with our wet.
And then you are going to mix those ingredients together. And the final thing we can add once you get that a little bit together is the honey.
All right. And then it's going to end up looking like the one that we have right over here, already rolled out.
It is. So you're going to want it to create a little bit of a dough-like experience in there. So you're going to have that, mix it together. It'll set for a few minutes. And then what you will do is roll it right out there. Now you're going to roll it to about a ½ inch thickness. You let it set. Any type of cutting board will work for that. And you can use any type of cutters that you'd like right there. We do have an Apple-style cutter. And you just push it right down and pull.
There you go. Pull out.
There you go. So you're going to place those. Now again, whatever shapes you'd like to do, you can place those right onto the cutting sheet, for the cookie sheet I mean. You're going to place that cookie sheet into the oven at 375 for about a ½ an hour. Now you're going to feel the treats. The bigger the treat, if you go with a bigger cookie cutter, you'll just want to leave it in there a little bit longer. You want them to get hard to the touch.
And a consistency that's kind of similar to this right here.
Right. You want a stiffer type treat. You'll let them cool. They will harden a little bit more as they cool down. So you'll let them cool down. Once they're cool to the touch, you can move on to the next step. Now again, chocolate is unsafe for dogs, but again, there is an alternative for humans, which is healthier, and for dogs, which is the safest, and that is carob.
Carob, C-A-R-O-B, if people are looking to get it in the stores.
Health food stores, most of them will have it. Some of the general stores are starting to get it in.
And it's the same way that we prepare it, too. We just put a little bit in the dish.
You're going to put it in the dish. You can microwave it or use a double broiler. Microwave is the quicker way for all of us who run out of time in the day. So you can put a cup of that and then 3 tablespoons of canola oil. Again, canola oil is going to be safe for dogs. The canola oil is going to be done that way because it does make it a little bit more moist for the carob.
Which is important.
Unlike chocolate, it doesn't melt as easy.
And then we either dip, which is one strategy that we have right here.
Correct. You're going to dip it and place it right onto a cookie sheet.
Okay. Roughly how long do you say it takes to harden?
So if you leave it out like this, it'll take probably about 15 minutes to harden. You can pop it into the freezer. It'll harden in within a minute. Now,
we see adorable ones here that say things like English and math, and that, it's not fancy. It's done just by a quick and easy bag.
So we just used a plastic bag. You're just going to cut the little tip right off of it,
right there.
And you can pipe it. You can see right down here. We created a cutter that did have a couple of little book look pieces to it. We have English for a little book for the dog, math as another one right here. The kids can have fun with that. The carob only gets warm, so it's fine for them to do that. They can design it however they want it to look.
Very cool. Well, these all look amazing, and they're good because you know everything that goes into them.
It is. Few ingredients always makes it nice and easy for the dog, healthier. Any that have allergies, they're really not going to have problems with this because it's going to be that easy and light with the ingredients.
And see, look at this picture right now. Kids have had all summer to play with their best buddy. Now they're going to go back to school. Your dog's going to be a little depressed, so you got to give him some adorable treats so that he can get over it. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Not a problem at all.